Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, I'm going to be reading for all 12 signs for the week of December 7th through December 13th. Your biggest cosmic influence this week. Welcome to Purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, I'm going to be reading for. Hey, the sound works. Your biggest cosmic influence, other than the Gemini full moon that I'm live streaming on right now, is going to be December 10th. Neptune will station direct in Pisces, and December 11th, Mercury will be moving into Sagittarius. This energy is about wrapping up any unfinished spiritual business with very direct communication. Guys, I'm going to break down the signs into the elements. We're going to start with the fire signs, water signs, earth signs, air signs. I will break down each reading for each zodiac sign individually, and I will put timestamps in the description box immediately following the live stream. Please remember we are multi-streaming, so we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch tonight. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I see you, Jenna, Diana, first one in. Welcome, ladies. All right, so I've pulled out Denise Lynn tonight, and that is going to be my intention. I'm going to stick with the Sacred Destiny for the main spread. These were actually gifted to me by Sandra. Welcome, Sandra. And then I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler, also by Denise Lynn, for our guidance cards. I will, of course, close the readings out with the Moonology like always. I think that's it. Let's get started. How's everybody's Gemini full moon? I don't know if you guys know this, but this is actually a really rare moon. It is, I would say, the most powerful supermoon. It is the last full moon of 2025. It is also the last supermoon of 2025. And I don't know if you guys have heard, but right now it is at the highest peak of any other full moon. So we won't see another full moon at this level till 2042. So another 20 years or so before we experience another moon like tonight's moon. So very powerful Gemini full moon happening as we look at the week ahead. All right, guys, I have my paper timestamps ready. I have my water. Guys, get your water, get comfortable. If you're joining me tonight, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, Jenna, do tell, Jenna. She said, I was contacted by someone by surprise. I mean, it can't be too much of a surprise, right? Because it is the Gemini full moon. Oh, I love that. My late best friend's daughter found me on Facebook. Beautiful. Sandra says, hey, soul sisters. All right, guys. It's getting tense out there, right? Like, it feels like the energy is getting thick. But I mean, we're doing it. We're doing the thing. So I'm kind of proud of us, all of us. I feel like I'm finally in the timeline that I want to be in. Where everyone's awake and we all see all the things clearly, and it's like we're all on the same side now. Does that make sense? I mean, it's been challenging that it had to be this destructive, and I mean, it just keeps getting more destructive by the day. Pluto and Aquarius, guys, for real. But I'm just so, I don't know, hopeful to see everyone awakening and coming into their soul alignment and stepping into their power. And we're just kind of done letting people walk on us, right? Like it's definitely new chapter, new cycles. All right, let's get started. Fire signs, Aries. Vanessa joining us on Facebook. Thank you, Vanessa, for keeping such a good eye on Facebook for me. Let's do 508 for Aries. All right, so we're looking at the week of December 7th through the 13th, Aries. As I never say, these are for your sun, moon, or rising. I suggest that you listen to all 12 signs and you correlate the message with that area of your own birth chart, whether you have planets in that area or not. Each zodiac sign rules over an area of your life. So I have my sun sign in Aries. It is my 10th house. Mars and Mercury are also in Aries. 10th house is career, reputation. Where is Aries for you? Tell me in the chat. All right, illumination comes out, energy of the week. And I guess that really makes sense with Neptune going direct. Aries, it's like the fog clears. And there is a lot of fog lifting in this picture. The power card is in your challenges or obstacle. You could be giving your power away, needing to call your power back. Lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. We have adventures. And thriving is the outcome, Aries. The adventures card caught my attention. Whenever I go anywhere with my grandson, I always, we're getting his shoes and coat on and we're getting his, his diaper bag ready or whatever. I'll tell him, we're going on adventures, and whoever he's going with. If it's me, we're going on Nana adventures. If it's his dad, he's going on dada adventures. There's mom adventures. And I always ask him when he gets home, like I'll always say, how was your adventure? So it's interesting that that card definitely made me think of that. The flow card is on the bottom. It's actually a really still looking card. It shows, it looks like a river running through it. Beautiful purple. But it doesn't look like, the water doesn't look like it's rushing. It looks very calm and peaceful. So it's like there's something about the flow for Aries. Something gets moving again, but it's not rushed or hurried. It's definitely very calm. Serene is the word I'm hearing. All right, so illumination, energy of the week, Aries, it says that the fog clears. You see something that maybe you were struggling to see before. I think it has something to do with where you're giving your power away. That's why you see the power card in your challenges or obstacles. The adventures card is throwing me off, but it's this energy of, I always say, like, our soul has a path, a journey, lessons that it wants to learn and experience in this lifetime. And I feel like that's what the adventures card is representing. And I always say there are no mistakes. Whenever we cause what we consider to be a mistake in our journey, that is actually a delay, right? It pulls us out of alignment with our soul's path. I tend to make jokes and say that it's, shiny object syndrome is what causes us to stray off our path. But whatever it is that causes us to stray off the path, there's something down that path that we're going that we needed to experience or we needed to learn. And it does make us stronger and wiser and braver. And then what happens most of the time is, we experience tower moments. And then those tower moments bring us back into alignment. I don't really feel a tower moment for you this week, Aries. What I'm feeling is that you've already experienced the tower moment and you may have been And what I mean by that is you've experienced some type of upheaval in your life. Something's been turned upside down. You're not where you thought you were going to be, right? So I think that that had to happen for whatever reason. And now that has made you stronger, wiser, braver. I think Spirit's asking you to look at where you've given your power away. But I don't feel Aries is the sign that's very hard on themselves. And I feel like Spirit's asking you to see this as a lesson, as an adventure, as a detour that helped you become stronger. The outcome for the week is thriving. So it's like this could open up so many opportunities for you just by calling your power back from whatever this situation is. All right, let's clarify with a little tarot. I'm going to use the purple tarot. I'm looking at illumination first. We have King of Swords. Someone could speak truth. It is about clarity and understanding. This also could be about a mentor, someone that you looked up to, maybe something that you believed. All right, let's look at the power card. Where are you giving your power away, Aries? The Hierophant is here. I feel like that just confirms that you gave your power away by taking this detour. You moved out of your soul's alignment. The Hierophant is a very spiritual card. The Hierophant also shows a set of keys. On all the Hierophant cards, even like regular Rider-Waite, there's a set of keys. I chose the purple tarot tonight, and in the purple tarot, the keys are black. There's a meaning to the color of the keys. In Rider-Waite, the keys are golden, and the message is that you've ascended, you've arrived. When the keys are black, it speaks on your shadow side and your shadow work, and even dark night of the soul. But I believe that your soul took a detour, Aries, so that you could call your power back. But when it comes to the acceptance of your shadow self, I'm probably talking to an Aries that started doing shadow work in 2025. Let's look at the Adventures card. We have Ace of Swords and Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is going to go for adventures. Ace of Swords is thriving. Two of Pentacles is not able to find your balance. I'm even getting a little bit of it is being pulled in too many directions. It is definitely out of alignment. I'm also seeing the infinity sign. But it looks like this, in this particular card, the two pentacles are entwined with the infinity sign, and it looks like they are sitting on top of one another, kind of like a snowman. But it looks like it's just rolling down this road or going down this street. I definitely got this energy of um, a split or a fork in the road type of energy. Definitely the Two of Pentacles meaning is being pulled. You feel like you're being stretched or pulled in too many directions. And it's definitely that energy. I believe that when Neptune stations direct this week, Aries, you find new clarity and new understanding. This could be in your own spiritual beliefs, especially about your shadow self. And somehow, this newfound knowledge will help you thrive. Somehow, this new clarity will help you communicate more, better, clear. Bottom of the deck is Four of Wands. Four of Wands says this could be something that you manifested. Could have something to do with financial security. Distant thunder cleared the air. Gives this energy of someone from the past. And wise leader, you are a beacon for others. Sacred traveler for guidance. Now I'm going to close it out for Aries with the Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I do feel that it's possible. I mean, clearly, I'm doing this live stream on the Gemini full moon. We're looking at the week after the full moon. Neptune stationing direct as the fog clearing, especially spiritual fog. I do feel that, Aries, you're going through something that has to do with your shadow work and your shadow side. And it's this energy of healing something from your past. And it's this information that allows you to thrive, that allows you to lead, that allows you to help others. Again, Ace of Swords, by the communication, the newfound clarity. A new start is coming, the new moon, as we do have the Sagittarius new moon. I believe it's the 19th. You also have a time for healing. It's the Bosmic moon. So big confirmation of healing that shadow side for Aries. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up. We're going to move on to Leo next. Erica resonates. Awesome. Thank you for the confirmation. Jenna says, I was just watching my church's communion service. They broadcast on YouTube. I've noticed so many people getting more active in their local churches, or maybe even going back to church, or finding non-denominational churches. I mean, the times is definitely calling for it. Somebody was talking to me about someone else's religion, and they were trying to think of like which one it was, and I feel like I kind of cut them off. I didn't mean to, but I was like, it doesn't matter. And honestly, it doesn't. If you study religions, you'll see that they all have a very common theme of love and loving one another. But my point of our conversation was, when you go to church, you usually have one goal, and it's to find God, right? Like that's what we go to church for. That's what I went to church for. Um, and I feel like we're all, December 4th, 2025, we're all experiencing certain experiences where we may feel called to be closer to God, right? Jenna says, my church is non-denominational. Love it. I was watching another lady that went to a new church, one that she hadn't been to before, and she was surprised that they allowed everyone to participate in communion. And I don't know what church like she went to before that, but I was just so excited for her that she was so excited. All right, Leo. Let's do 2144. Leo, this is for December 7th through December 13th. I'm live streaming on the Gemini full moon. We're looking at the week after, when Neptune will station direct. And Mercury will move into Sagittarius. What's the energy of the week for Leo, please? We have enlightenment. Again, Neptune going direct will feel like spiritual fog is clearing. Challenges or obstacle, Leo, we have miracles. Miracles could feel delayed. Challenge or obstacle, we have potential. Lesson learned. To help you with a challenge or obstacle, we have potential. And I'm using the sacred destiny for your spread. Potential outcome is courage. Bottom of the deck is success. Leo is my second house. All right, let's clarify a little bit. For Leo, enlightenment, we have Page of Pentacles, a new journey, a new start. You may have felt stuck recently, probably for the last several months, actually. The week of the 7th through the 13th, with the spiritual fog clearing as Neptune stations direct, definitely could give you new direction, maybe even new purpose. All right, miracles. So you feel like miracles are not happening in this area, right, Leo? Vanessa says Leo is my 7th house. So you feel stuck in this situation, Leo. You feel like things aren't bending in your favor. Queen of Pentacles comes out to say that it's either something you're doing to yourself to hinder whatever delays you're experiencing, or It's Spirit saying that you have to take the action to create the miracle. It's definitely giving me a meet me halfway type of energy. There is potential. Five of Pentacles coming out. It says it's very challenging. It's okay to ask for help and courage. Gets Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands says be confident in yourself. All right, Leo, I just got a little bit, it's probably because we were talking about church. And Five of Pentacles is the card that looks like they're walking by a church window. It shows the injured people, like one person has crutches and another person has like their arm wrapped, and I want to say it's usually snowing. In the purple tarot, it just shows like it looks like church doors. And the Five of Pentacles does say that you're experiencing challenges right now, but the point of the card is that you're trying to like be strong or face something on your own or persevere through something or push through something or ignore something. And Leo Spirit saying it's okay to pause, it's okay to stop, and it's okay to ask for help. Now that could be anything. It could be going to church, it could be asking Spirit, it could be through prayer. It could be also with Five of Pentacles, it could also be professional help, and whatever that is, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever it is, it could also represent getting assistance through professional means. Queen of Wands says, whatever this is about, Leo, you're not confident in yourself. You're not confident that you're able to do something or capable of doing something. And the message I heard after I turned that last card over was very clear. And it was that very biblical message. I mean it is, that says God won't give you something that you can't get through or that he won't go through with you. Does that make sense? The Empress and Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. I feel like whatever this is about, Leo, wherever you've been feeling stuck or like things weren't bending in your favor, or God wasn't granting you miracles, was it's almost like you're waiting for God and he's waiting for you. And you're not taking action because you don't feel confident that you're capable of doing whatever it is. And Spirit saying he's given you the ability. He's given you the ability. All right, guidance from the Sacred Traveler. We have wandering path, enjoy the journey. In other words, don't try to control, or it's a synergy of like you don't need to know the how. You just need to take the step, the leap. Desert passage, trust that there is a divine plan. And look at this on the bottom, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. All right, Moonology to close it out for Leo. Look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius, and bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Leo. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up and we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Jenna says Sun and North Node in Leo, 12th house. Sagittarius new moon comes in on the 19th, 20th. The Gemini full moon is happening right now. It's bringing clarity. It's bringing new communication. And the Sagittarius new moon brings truths. Truths. And if you ever wonder, like, is this astrology stuff true? Like, is this really happening? You can literally just look at what's happening in the world today and see how that energy correlates with what is happening, especially Pluto and Aquarius, right? I'm getting a little bit of a message for Sagittarius. You you may have already received some truths about a person, place, or thing. And this week, as you prepare for your new moon, you could begin to communicate those truths. All right, let's timestamp. Let's do 3208 for Sagittarius. Starting out with The Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. Sagittarius is my 6th house. My moon is in Sagittarius, right on the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. Carson's knocking on my door. His parents were trying to get him to go to sleep, so I know he's escaped. All right, Sagittarius, the protection card comes out. Again, I'm getting this information that you've already learned some type of truth about, again, person, place, or thing. And this is the week that there's some type of communication about these truths. Spirit wants you to know that you're protected. It actually shows this massive tree. Definitely could be representation of tree of life. The energy is deeply rooted in protection. All right, challenge or obstacle for Sagittarius. I know, like someone comes a knocking, right? All right, challenge or obstacle. We do have trust. So you are struggling to trust whatever this energy is. That is why Spirit is giving you confirmation that you are highly protected. Ooh, too many cards. All right, lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. We have the delight card. It shows this little bird. This card is about peace. This card is also about protecting your peace. Potential outcome. We do have opportunity, and it shows the new moon. Openness is on the bottom. All right, Sagittarius, I believe it's a person. I believe that you probably have been anxious or nervous to communicate with this person. I believe that you I believe you're struggling to trust this person. I believe that this energy could somehow impact your own personal peace. And I believe that this week is an opportunity for you to stay calm, hear someone out, but also come to a full acceptance of what these truths mean. Diana says, I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. All right, let's look at the protection card. We have Three of Cups. Three of Cups does say there are too many people involved, too many hands in the pot. The Trust card, we have Six of Wands. You notice something. Spirit's asking you to trust yourself. I believe that this has something to do with like you believed this energy before, so now you struggle to know whether you should believe it or not, and Spirit's asking you to trust yourself. Six of Wands is victory, success, but it's also notoriety. You notice something. Something sticks out to you now that maybe didn't stick out to you before. Maybe it did. It's giving red flag type of energy. Maybe it did and you ignored it before. Delight is your lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle. I think instead of being sad or angry or any of those lower vibrational energies, Spirit's asking you to focus on what new opportunities seeing this truth will now bring you. Knight of Cups comes out for delight. Knight of Cups says that you are courageous enough to tell someone how you feel. You're courageous enough to tell someone how you feel. And the opportunity card, we have Queen of Swords. I believe, Sagittarius, I believe that you will get the opportunity to do just that. I believe that the new clarity will help you stand up for yourself and something that you want. And I believe that you will have the courage to speak your truth. There's also this energy of drawing a hard line. It's like now that you see something, you're completely, I want to say, finished with that situation. Ten of Wands on the bottom. The cups are sticking out to me. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, let's pull guidance from the Sacred Traveler. Grounding, go deep and explore your roots. Remember I said something about that protection tree. It doesn't show any roots in the picture, but I could see them. It gave strong, rooted, grounded energy. You also have surrender to the journey, release, control. Transformation is on the bottom. A fresh new way of living emerges. And it does, because you now have these truths. Before, whatever these untruths were, definitely kept you from some type of alignment. All right, step out of your comfort zone. It's the North Node, comes out from the Moonology Oracle. And don't let pride get in your way. It's full moon in Leo. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it right there. Hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to clean up. We're going to move on to the water signs next. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Um, so I'm getting ready for Cancer. Big yawn, deep breaths, and there's something about pain in the back between the shoulder blades. I'm not sure what that is. All right, Cancer, let's timestamp. Let's do 4214. This is going to be for December 7th through the 13th. Do have Neptune stationed direct on the 10th. Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 11th. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn. Let's get energy of the week for Cancer, please. Have the openness card come out, and it shows a full moon. I am live streaming. Today is December 4th, 2025. It is the Gemini full moon. We are looking at the week after the full moon. Challenge or obstacle for Cancer, we have purity coming out. It shows this white wolf with two different colored eyes. One's brown, one's blue. Lesson learned to help you with the challenge or obstacle, we have voyage. Potential outcome, we have security. The security card gives strong ancestral vibes. Fulfillment is on the bottom. Cancer, it's definitely giving spiritual journey, service, awakening, following purpose. It's also giving guidance, spiritual guidance, ancestral guidance. You could have, I mean, everybody has powerful ancestors, but there's definitely something about ancestors coming up for Cancer. Maybe people that had a spiritual background. The Purity Voyage and Security card strongly give Native American energy. The Security card actually shows like a buffalo drawn into a rock. Um, and there's also a little fire right in front of it. It's like the glare of the fire is shining on the drawing on the rock. There's something about the challenge or obstacle being purity. I'm almost seeing this is going to be interesting. I'm almost seeing like people clinging to you or holding on to you. It's like this energy is ascending or rising, and there's all these hands like trying to hold on to you or trying to like pull you back down. The purity card is telling me, Cancer, that you most likely are experiencing a period of isolation, a period of where spirit's asking you to be very cautious where you're expelling your energy, who you're giving your energy to. The Voyage card shows these two whales. Um, the interesting part is neither of them are in the water. The water's below the whales. They look like they're flying through the sky, almost like one of those big blimp like things. But something there's a one is carrying the other. There's this message, Cancer. We can only God, we can only lead the way. We can only shine our lights. What's that saying? How's it go? Like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That's the message. So where have you been carrying somebody and not allowing them to do their own work, their own healing? For openness, we have Five of Pentacles. Again, challenges. Again, it's okay to ask for help. Purity, we have Three of Swords. Healing. Voyage, we have Queen of Wands. Confidence. Security, we have Ten of Cups. Emotional contentment, happy home, happy family. Cancer, I think you're dealing with a family situation. I think that someone is constantly um, asking for your help or guidance. Three of Swords, they're actual. It's like they ask you for help or guidance, but then they don't do the work, and that could actually be hindering your own healing. There's something about you showing them your confidence or your faith to help them heal their lack of. There's a strong message for Cancer that your home or family is secure. Again, that ancestral energy, connected. I think Ten of Cups is confirmation of that happy home, happy family. The Empress is on the bottom. Again, it references connection. With the Empress, it's connection to source through the cosmos. Cancer, you're highly connected spiritually. You most likely are some type of healer. You're learning to heal yourself first. You're definitely surrounded by people who are struggling to heal themselves. You may be doing too much for them. They may have their own journey, their own paths, their own actions that are needed. All right, let's pull a guidance card. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Remember, your energy of the week card was opening. And Mystic Healer, the confirmation, right? Healing energy flows through you. All right, Numerology to close it out for Cancer. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It's full moon in Capricorn. And surrender to the divine. It's the full moon, which again, we're experiencing today, December 4th. On the bottom, it does say, don't let your past hold you back. South Node. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Cancer. That reading was helpful. If it was, guys, make sure to tap that like button for me. All right, Scorpio, let's do 5333 because I waited for it. The threes could be significant. Scorpio, this is for December 7th through December 13th. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And I'm looking for your energy of the flexibility comes out. This picture actually shows a tiger. It's not flexibility. Scorpio, this card represents, are you courageous enough to bend? You have done something the same way over and over. It was your way. It could have been something that you wanted. It could have been something that you thought was right. And now Spirit's asking, do you have the courage to bend? Do you have the courage to do it a different way? All right, challenge or obstacle for Scorpio. We have the Focus card. So the first card showed a tiger. This card shows, what is that, a leopard? It shows this animal out in nature, out in the snow in winter. It is this energy of needing to focus so that you can get through something that seems bare, empty, challenging, difficult. You could feel like you can't see where you're going. All right, Scorpio, lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. You have wisdom. There's something about the wisdom picture and the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn that gives me this feeling of I'm having a brain fart. What's the Disney movie with Ariel and she's the mermaid? And she has her little fish friend, and they go and explore the shipwreck, and she has a little room where she keeps all of her, you know, um, things that she finds on these shipwrecks. The Little Mermaid. It's the Little Mermaid, right? You've already experienced some type of shipwreck. You've already gained wisdom in some other. It's giving a little bit of shit show energy. I don't know how else to say that. Scorpio. And it's like you've already experienced this shit show before. You gain wisdom from that. So that's what's going to help you focus now. That's what's going to help you bend, make different choices that maybe you wouldn't have made before. There's also something about this card, this shipwreck, this shit show type of energy. It's almost like Peter Piper picked about, you know what I mean? um, but there's like there's something about going through some, and I can't like get away from the word, but it's loud. It's the shit word, you know what I mean? But it's like you went through some shit, and there was some reward for coming out the other side. You gained some wisdom from that. This is lesson learned. There's this energy of allowing something or someone Oh, I understand. To find their own reward. Okay, here it is. Ready? Scorpio, you are struggling to bend because you could be protecting something fiercely. That's why we see these lions and tigers and leopards and whatever. It's this energy of you protecting something fiercely from something that you have already experienced, which was probably very, a shipwreck is catastrophic, right? So you're trying to protect it from experiencing something that's catastrophic. But you also know that there is some reward, or there's something to be gained from coming out the other side or going through something challenging. And your protection, ooh, Lordy, your protection could be denying your fierce protection could be denying this person their opportunity to get through their own shit show and find their own reward. The stillness card comes out as potential outcome. Spirit is asking you to be still. Spirit is asking you to stop doing something the same way and expecting a different result. Thriving is on the bottom. It shows this giraffe like with this huge long neck, like overreaching the top of these trees. There's something about needing to have faith. There could also be this energy of something that is bigger than you. There's also this message of having faith that God, source, spirit will do his job. I know so many Scorpios, and just to sit here and think of all of them while I'm doing this reading and knowing how that just stuff still amazes me to this day. Each one of them is situation slightly different than the other. All right, flexibility, Wheel of Fortune, big confirmation. Remember, Wheel of Fortune is things bending in your favor. Spirit's saying, can you bend? Can you do something a different way? Can you have faith that Spirit will also protect what it is that you are fiercely protecting? The focus card is Two of Swords. You're at a crossroads. The Wisdom card, Seven of Cups. Options, choices. You have to have faith that this person or this energy will make the right choice, will see things clearly. The Stillness card, Six of Cups. It's a gift. It's childhood memories. It's balance, emotional balance. And the Emperor comes out. Emperor is a powerful leader, Aries energy. Spirit can be saying to take your power back, balance yourself in the stillness. You're protecting someone, Scorpio. have to let them find their own way. Ace of Wands is on the bottom. It's fate. It's destiny. Emperor energy is giving the energy of having to release control. All right, guidance from the sacred traveler, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. And valiant courage. Take action with passion. Passion and pleasure, savor your life is on the bottom. It shows that camping card with the people gathered together, enjoying each other's company. It's spirits definitely asking you to have faith, to release control, and to enjoy those around you. All right, now I want you to close it out for Scorpio. Balance spirituality and practicality, big confirmation, and work through your fears. It's new moon in Scorpio. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini is on the bottom. All right, Scorpio, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up and move on to Pisces. Scorpio is my fifth house. And fifth house is representative of children. This past week, I got to experience my son go through something that I found to be very stressful and very challenging. And I panicked. And I thought, oh my God, he can't do it. I'm going to have to be there to help him. And that wasn't the case at all. He was capable. He did work through it. He did, all the things. Stayed calm. Worked through his emotions. Stayed respectful. All the things that I struggle to do. Like if I'm upset, watch out. My mouth will cut you to the bone. I'm not joking. Mercury in Aries is fierce. It's like I will burn that shit down. um, it just proved to me though. And I mean, I have three boys. He's not the only one. He is my youngest, but there's three of them out in the world right now. I produce three children, three boys, and their three sons, and they're grown men now out in the world. And they're living their lives. Are their lives easy? Well, no, nobody's life is easy. They all experience challenges. They're all experiencing lessons, just like we did, just like I did, right? But what I learned this week is I now have, and just from watching him go through this experience, I now have full faith that I raised all three of my boys to survive and succeed and thrive in this very, very challenging world. I just feel that that is going to resonate for Scorpio. That's every Scorpio I know. So if you think I'm talking to just you, know that there are so many Scorpios at PLR. All right, Pisces, here we go. 11121. Pisces, this is December 7th through to December 13th. I'm going to start out with the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn. There's the action card coming out right out the gate. Challenge or obstacle, you have embracing. Lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle, you have new beginnings. And potential outcome, you have blessings. Bottom of the deck, you have leadership. Pisces, I think you're having to take some type of challenging action that maybe you have put off. That's why embracing is in your challenges or obstacle. It gives me this energy of struggle to come to acceptance about something. It's most likely something coming to an end because new beginnings is your lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. So we all know that when something comes to an end, something new begins, and then blessings being your potential outcome. It's just you having the courage to follow your soul's journey. All right, Pisces, let's pull a little purple tarot. We have 10 of Pentacles coming out for the action. There's some goal, there's something you're trying to achieve, there's something you want. Um, it's not 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family, but it's almost that energy. Um, 10 of Pentacles actually encompasses everything. This is your spiritual life, your physical life, your material life, your all of it, all of it. There's some powerful action that you take this week that will align you to your goals. Embracing, you have Six of Wands coming out, success, victory, notoriety. Again, Pisces, I get this energy that it's possible that you notice where maybe you haven't accepted something or come to acceptance about something coming to an end or some type of closure of something. It's like you're noticing how that could be delaying any type of um, success or victory for you, Pisces. All right, new beginning is your lesson learned. So you already know, which means you've already experienced closure before. So you're holding on to something that you're scared to let go of, but you've already experienced, you already know that when you allow something to come to an end, something new begins. We have Eight of Swords, self-restriction. So again, it's like you're not believing that something new will begin. You could feel like this is it. There's no other option. With blessings coming out as your potential outcome, you do have Seven of Cups. I feel that Spirit may even give you a sneak peek of what those blessings could be if you made different choices. If you looked at all of your options. Seven of Swords is on the bottom. Seven of Swords says you need to protect your energy, Pisces. All right, let's pull guidance for Pisces from the Sacred Traveler. Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Faraway places. Get ready for new horizons. Voyage, new horizons. You could be moving, Pisces. You could be traveling, going somewhere. Moonology to close it out for Pisces. Don't let your past hold you back. It's the South Node. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. And communication is key was on the bottom. All right, Pisces, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. I'm going to move on to the earth signs, Taurus for Capricorn. I know, like, how many people did I make want to go watch The Little Mermaid now? Me. All right, Taurus 11707 because I seen it. And this is going to be for the week of December 7th through the 13th. Sevens could definitely be significant, Taurus. I'm starting out with a Sacred Destiny Oracle. Energy of the week for Taurus, please have the Love card coming out. It shows these beautiful flowers, and one of them is a carnation. Carnations were my mom's favorite flower. All right, challenge your obstacle. We have diligence. Lesson learned to help you with challenge your obstacle. We have happiness. And then potential outcome. We have truth. Of course, this is going to be hard. Are you ready? This is the week, Taurus, where you learn why you sabotage yourself in love relationships. I know that is so direct. Success is on the bottom. And I will say, Taurus, that the truth card as the potential outcome, you may struggle when you learn these truths. All right, Taurus. With the love card, we have Seven of Wands. That's you pushing love back, trying to protect yourself. Diligence, Four of Swords, healing. It's in your challenges or obstacles. So is diligence. So it's this energy of not giving up, wanting. It's almost like you sabotage. So it's like you don't want things to work. You know you need to heal. You know that there's some healing that needs to be done when it comes to love, but you're trying to redirect the energy. You're trying to sweep it under the rug. Happiness is lesson learned to help you with challenge or obstacle, but when I turned it over, it definitely felt very almost like you don't know. You could feel like you don't know what happiness feels like. You could feel like you only know. Okay, let me use myself as an example. I just recently went through some shadow work where I had to look back at my previous relationships. I don't know how to say it without just saying it. It's very, I realized, me personally, in my own journey, that I kept dating the same monster, different face, because that monster was wrapped in chaos. And that's all I had known. My life had only known chaos. One extreme worry after another, something that had to be fixed, managed, organized, healed, whatever. And so I did experience a relationship that was more peaceful. Um, it was a very short relationship because I got bored. It wasn't chaotic enough for me. He was too calm. He was too grounded. He was too peaceful. I know, right? So I sabotaged that relationship. I actually did it twice. I tried twice. And I went back to the same chaos because the peace was too unknown for me. Happiness card, you have two of wands. There's something about expectations here. Taurus, you could be doing like I do, where whenever things are going good, it's like I'm just waiting for the rock to fall out of the sky, right? Like things can't possibly be this good. There's clearly something about patience with this card as well. I think your healing is taking a lot longer because you denied it for so long that now you're struggling to be patient with yourself. Truth card, we have Nine of Cups, divine wishes being granted. It's almost like, I mean, it's not almost like, it's exactly like you're not going to be able to experience joy and happiness in a relationship until you confront the things within yourself that need to be healed that you've tried to sweep under the rug. But it's like you're right at the brink of this. It's like you're right at the threshold of this. And you can choose to, if wands, you can choose to go back to what you know, to the chaos. You can make a different choice. With the Two of Wands, I always said it felt to me like expectations. Because if you look at like just regular Rider Waite, Two of Wands, there's two wands, but he's only facing one of them. And he has the world in the palm of his hands. So it's like he's offering the world to whatever is on this side of the picture, this wand. But there's another one he doesn't see right beside him. So it's like he thinks it has to be this way, but there's a whole other way. And all you have to do, Taurus, is choose to do it different. Stop hiding your feelings. Stop hiding what needs to be healed. Stop trying to sweep it under the rug like it's not a big deal. Because that is what's making you feel like you can't enjoy happiness, like you keep waiting for something bad to happen. Once you heal that, and everybody's like, Rosa, what does that mean? Heal that. How do I heal that? Do I put a band-aid on it? Like, what do I do? Are you ready? It's the easiest thing. I feel like this is why people don't go into more detail about it because we just assume that everybody knows. When you're healing something, you're one pulling it to the surface. We're not burying it anymore. We're not going to hide it, pretend like it didn't happen, right? Whatever it is, you're bringing it to the surface. You're remembering it. You're thinking about it. You're processing how that makes you feel, right? You're accepting it, and then you're letting it go. That's it. That's the healing process. There's no magical words that need to be said. You don't have to stand on your toes and do cartwheels, none of that. You just have to face it and accept it and understand that it made you feel a certain way and then release it. And you may have to do that more than once, especially if you've been bearing it for a long time. All right, Taurus, guidance from the Sacred Traveler. All Denise Lynn oracles tonight, guys. In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. When this card comes out, it tells me that everything is happening for a reason. You're where you're supposed to be. Taking shelter, the answers are with you. Big confirmation there. All right, astrology to close it out for Taurus. Nothing is yet set in stone. It's the mutable moon. In other words, you can change it, you can make it what you want. Meditate and contemplate as new moon in Pisces. Spirit's asking you to start envisioning what it is that you actually want out of love, out of relationship. Stop thinking about the things that have happened to you previously. It does not have to be that way. The energy is gaining momentum, is on the bottom. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Taurus. I hope that was helpful. Virgo is next. $129.09 because I seen it for Virgo. So the nines could be significant, Virgo. This is going to be for the week of December 7th through the 13th. Energy of the week for Virgo, I have going forward. Going forward. Challenge or obstacle, taking risk. Lesson learned to help you with a challenge or obstacle. We have inner peace and potential outcome. We have freedom. This is giving this energy of Virgo of there could be an opportunity. Don't let something slip past you. One things can't really slip past you. If it's meant to be, it will be. But there is this energy of needing to do something. Like there's an opportunity. So it's almost like So pretend like you're in a hallway, Virgo, and there's 3 doors. You're looking at 3 doors. And Spirit's saying, if you open the third door, you're going to find freedom, success, victory. And then you go to the second door instead. It's giving that energy. It's like Spirit's guiding you and showing you which way to go. And you're fearful for whatever reason. So it's like you don't want to take the risk. And you could miss out on some opportunity that could give you freedom. And that could be spiritual freedom, mental freedom, emotional freedom, financial freedom. It could be all kinds of freedom that brings you inner peace. When I was turning the going forward card out, it almost felt like it was trying to come out in reverse. I feel like there's this energy of you being stuck, Virgo. It's like Spirit's showing you the path, but for some reason you feel like it's too risky. Virgo is my 3rd house. My North Node is in Virgo. King of Cups comes out. That is my clue card for Divine Masculine. That's a counselor, a mentor, a therapist, and we added coach. Someone who is emotionally balanced. Taking a risk, 10 of Cups. Emotional contentment, getting what you want. In other words, you'll have to take that risk in order to get what you want, Virgo. Inner peace, King of Wands, confidence, passion, inspiring action, and freedom. We have 6 of Pentacles. You get help. Spirit is definitely helping you, Virgo, and guiding you towards the right door this week. I think the help that you get is some type of calmness in your emotions, because it's the lack of calmness in your emotions that's kept you from this opportunity previously. So it's like Spirit helps you this week. Look at this. Protected by angels. You are cherished by angels comes out for your spiritual guidance. And Wondrous Universe, walk in beauty. It definitely gives this energy of miracles. Communication is key. New moon and Gemini. Again, remember I said Virgo is my 3rd house. 3rd house natural ruler is Gemini. Communication. You also have the energy is gaining momentum. It's the waxing moon. All right, Virgo, I'm going to leave it right there. Something big, exciting happening for Virgo this week. All right, Capricorn is next. It's been so cold here, Jenna. I don't even want to go outside. All right, Capricorn, let's do 134.50. This is going to be for the week of December 7th through the 13th. We are live streaming tonight on December 4th, Gemini full moon. We're looking at the week after with this reading. Week after the full moon. Neptune will station direct in Pisces. Many of you could feel like the fog is clearing, especially spiritual fog, especially for you Capricorns that have been experiencing spiritual, what is that word? Spiritual psychosis. I just want you all to know that's something that's actually very common, and happens at some point or another to anyone who is having a spiritual awakening. All right, Capricorn. Energy of the week, we have abundance coming out. Challenge or obstacle, we have change coming out. Lesson learned, we have power coming out. And potential outcome for Capricorn, two cards. I'm going to take both of them, gateway and pleasure. Stand still is on the bottom. Spirit's asking you to be still, Capricorn. It is a week of abundance, but I think it's more about power instead of money. I feel like Capricorn wants money, but this is more about getting your power back in order to align to financial abundance. Change is in your challenges or obstacles, Capricorn. You're going to have to redirect. It's more than that. In the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn, the change card shows a hot air balloon with a horse instead of a basket. The horse looks like one of the horses that you would see on a carousel ride, like at a carnival. I'm picking up strong spiritual. Capricorn, you could be struggling with discernment. Here's the change that needs to happen. You're trying to direct the horse. You are the horse. You're trying to go a certain direction. You're trying to make something fit. You're trying to make a square peg fit into a round hole. Spirit's asking you to release control. Spirit's asking you to allow the hot air balloon to carry the horse. Spirit's asking you to allow Spirit, Source, God to carry you through something. And you're bucking and kicking the whole way. This could be the week that you redirect your energy, you release control, you call your power back. And gateway and pleasure could talk about portal energy, and we are experiencing a portal this week. This is the week of December 7th through the 13th. That means that the 12/12 portal will occur this week. Capricorn, I believe that portal will be very powerful and impactful for you. I believe you're struggling with discernment, what's true, what's not true, what's real, what's not real. And I believe that that struggle has caused you to give your power away, has caused you to feel like you haven't felt much pleasure this week. Because the abundance card is the first card out, this week is where you realign to your happiness, your joy, your pleasure. And I think because you've gone without it for so long, it will feel like abundance. Capricorn is my 7th house. Relationships. All right, let's look at abundance. We have 7 of Swords. Again, protection, standing your ground. Change. We have 2 of Cups. Equal effort, relationship, soulmate energy. The Power card, we have 4 of Swords, healing, redirection. And gateway and pleasure, we have Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is overflow of emotion. It's almost like you feel a sense of relief after this redirection, after this letting go of the need to control some outcome. Pentacles on the bottom, it's this energy of no one can do it but you. Guidance, journey by moonlight, believe in magic, and choosing your path. All is possible. Astrology, a fiery climax approaches its full moon in Aries, and it's time to release negativity. It's full moon in Scorpio. All right, Capricorn, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Guys, make sure you're tapping that like button for me. We have the air signs left: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm excited to read for Gemini. With the Gemini full moon here today, it'd be interesting to see the following week will look like for Gemini. All right, let's timestamp 143. Let's do 33. All right, Gemini, this is going to be for the week of December 7th through the 13th. I'm going to start out with your energy of the week. I am live streaming on December 4th. Your Gemini full moon, the last full moon, the most powerful super moon of 2025 is here. Right now, as I'm doing this reading, we have relaxation coming out as your energy of the week. It shows this woman laying in a hammock, reading a book with the full moon behind her. Adventures is coming out in your challenges or obstacles. Community is coming out in your lesson learned. And the standstill is coming out in your potential outcome. Healing chaos is on the bottom. All right, what I'm getting with this energy is that the night full moon brought you some type of cleansing, clarity. Definitely could have cleansed out your community, tightened your inner circle. You could feel more relaxed after the full moon. You could feel more. It's almost like you don't have to watch over your shoulder anymore. And there's this energy of not having to reciprocate. It's almost like spirit is doing the work for you. Spirit's asking you to stand still. Something could be happening this week as well, Gemini, where you may want to take some action, and Spirit's asking you to be patient, allow something to pass. It's almost like it doesn't deserve your energy. It doesn't deserve reciprocation. It's definitely a just cut and release type of energy. All right, the lovers comes out relaxation. That is Gemini. I think that's confirmation of the full moon doing what I said for you, Gemini. The lovers is the card that represents choosing yourself, choosing to love and heal yourself. For adventures, we have Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy. You could feel like something has been blocking your luck or things haven't been bending in your favor. Two of Cups coming out for community. It's equal effort, but this is lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle. It's almost like you've spotted someone in your inner circle, Gemini, that had to be removed. Justice coming out for stand still. In other words, I do feel like that energy has something to do with their somebody's getting their karma, but it's definitely not anything that you have to do. It's like spirit does the work for you. Six of Cups is on the bottom. It does speak of reunion energy. Three major arcana is coming out for Gemini, the lovers, Wheel of Fortune, and Justice. So again, more confirmation that spirit steps in. Guidance from the sacred traveler. Watching the clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. More confirmation that spirit has it under control. Empath, reflect and redirect your energy. In other words, quit hitting that same brick wall. Remove that situation. I feel like spirit does for you. Moonology to close it out for Gemini. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. A time to give rather than take. It's new moon in Virgo. And a win-win outcome is forecast full moon in Libra. I feel like whoever this is you're removing from your inner circle definitely was doing a lot of taking, Gemini. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. All right, Libra is next. I'm always hungry after these. Like I ran some marathon or something. I'm just sitting here reading cards. We're almost to the end. I'm like, what's something somewhat healthy that I can eat at 9 o'clock at night? Libra gets a channel message. Big yawn. Veil is lifting, Libra. Something has been covered or disguised. And because you couldn't see it, it caused you great fear. And that curtain or cover has been removed. And now you're able to see that the thing you feared, I don't want to say that it's not as bad as you thought, because the energy is still fierce. But it's almost like because you're able to see it now, Libra, you understand. It's like you have more information now and you feel more confident in being able to handle that situation, whatever that is for you, Libra. All right, let's timestamp. Let's do 151:31 for Libra. The ones could be significant: new start, new beginning, new cycle, new chapter. It's also giving us energy of all one. All right, December 7th through the 13th for Libra. Energy of the week from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. We have the Thriving card, again with the giraffe, again overreaching. Um, it's definitely like you reached for something big. It's giving like the go big, go home type of energy. Challenge or obstacle, you have wanders, solitude for listen to help you with the challenge or obstacle, and flow. Wanderer shows this huge piece of amethyst. It gives a strong energy of manifestation. Libra, I think that you're trying to manifest something. It's like bigger isn't a good enough word. Extraordinary. You're trying to manifest something extraordinary. You feel wonders is in your challenge or obstacle because you feel like it's impossible. It's a goal you can't attain. It takes too much magic. Lesson learned to help you with that challenge or obstacle is solitude. Have you guys noticed the theme here? I feel like the theme for all the signs was definitely this energy of standing still, of having faith that you've done what you needed to, and now spirit will do the rest. Illumination is on the bottom. All right, let's look at thriving. Clarify with the purple tarot. Nine of Cups comes out. Divine wishes being granted, something that you want. Again, it's like you're reaching for something that you think is out of this world. Like it's too big. The Wanderers card, it's almost like you're trying to manifest something that's so big you think it's impossible. And Spirit's like, do your part and then sit back and watch me do the rest, right? Six of Wands, victory, success, solitude, Seven of Cups comes out. Be cautious. Choose wisely. Make sure you're making good choices. And then the flow card, we have Five of Wands. I do feel like something is taking longer than you anticipated or longer than what you want. So it's challenging for you to just go with the flow and wait for Spirit to step in and do his part. Eight of Wands on the bottom, quick information, sudden changes. It's like you want something to happen very quickly. Spirit saying something's going to take some time. All right, take that. Guidance, we have miracles. Expect the wonders to emerge. Big confirmation there. Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, and heal the present. All right, Moonology to close it out for Libra. Believe in the impossible. It's the blue moon. I'm just going to leave it right there because that's just amazing, right? Spirit's definitely saying, like, just have faith that you've done what you needed to do, and now let Spirit do the rest. What do you need to release? The waning moon is on the bottom. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that was helpful. Guys, tap that like button for me if it resonates. And we have one left, Aquarius. Last one of the night. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it very much. Next week, we look at Sagittarius new moon. All right, let's timestamp Aquarius. Let's do 156.26 because I seen it. Aquarius, this is for December 7th through the 13th. I am live streaming on the Gemini full moon. We are looking at the week after the full moon with this reading. So let's pull energy of the week out for Aquarius. We have illumination. I feel like this Gemini full moon is happening right now could be a part of this reading for Aquarius. Simplicity coming out in your challenges or obstacles. Fulfillment coming out in your lesson learned, and transformation coming out for your potential outcome. Bottom of the deck is success. I feel like Aquarius, something has been very challenging for you. The Gemini full moon could definitely illuminate where things need to be made more simple, where you need to remove any clutter or chaos out of your life. And I think that is going to teach you, just by doing that, you will find fulfillment. I think just by doing that, you will go through some type of transformation. The butterfly is sticking out to me with the transformation card. You definitely could be dealing with some type of Scorpio energy as well. It's very heavy and dark. Dark doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It could be brooding energy, but it's hurt energy. All right, illumination. We have 10 of Cups, emotional contentment, happy home, happy family. This could have something to do with the home situation. Simplicity, where things need to be made simple. The sun comes out, and I think that's confirmation of what's being illuminated. It's like there's a spotlight being shown on how things are too complicated and you need to make them more simple. Fulfillment, we do have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is being guided by Spirit. So the Spirit's asking you to do this in order to find emotional fulfillment and transformation. You do have the Knight of Pentacles. It is the card. It's time to get to work. I believe you're at the very beginning of some type of transformation, letting go of the old and moving into the new. It's giving also ascension lift. So you could also be experiencing ascension symptoms. Four of Pentacles is on the bottom. The reason you're going through this lift is because you've released control in some situation. All right, Aquarius, guidance from the Sacred Traveler. Breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. And ascending the mountain, keep going forward. View from above, get the big picture is on the bottom. And Moonology to close it out for Aquarius. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Whenever that comes out, I always feel like it has something to do with the home situation as well. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, and nothing will come of the situation void of course moon. With that energy, what I'm getting is there could be some overthinking here happening for Aquarius. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Guys, if it was, make sure to tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, join, follow, all the very, very good things. That's going to be all the signs for the week of December 7th through the 13th. I hope that you guys found them helpful. I hope that they help you guide your way through the challenging week ahead. Remember, as Neptune stations direct in Pisces, this will feel like a spiritual fog is clearing. And Mercury, of course, moving into Sagittarius will definitely spill out more truths. So, again, I hope the readings help you make good decisions as you navigate through that energy. All right, guys, I will see everyone Tuesday night when we do love and astrology and we talk about that last moon of 2025. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I appreciate all my moderator ladies for keeping the timestamps. I am always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.